Hello. Hi, Filipino boy. Hi, Hudson. Thank you for the warning. I'm always late. Always. I'm back. Can you guys hear me okay? Or do I need to turn it up? Oh, man. I have been so super busy this last 2 weeks, you guys. Um, I can't wait to tell you everything that I've been doing. Um, both activity wise and home wise and behind the scenes and um, update on Daryl. And there's just a lot to go over. Hi, Dave. Hi, Jeep Girl. Hi, Joe. Joe, what day are you on now? Should be like day 9 or 10 unless you cheated. Hey, Johnny. So today, you guys, I got my garden going. Um, I planted a whole bunch of stuff, some dragon radishes, some regular radishes, onions, cucumbers. I had to replant my corn. I actually started my corn about 5, 6 weeks ago, and something happened, and I had to replant it. Hey, Wolfang, PBF, hello. So I got all of that in there today on my lettuces, my kale, so forth. If you guys have not started your gardens, please get out there. The weather is beautiful in most places, and for a lot of the places, the frost um, threat is over. So it's a good time to get out there and start planting your seeds, or if you've already planted your seeds indoors, it's a good time to start moving them outdoors, depending on what you've planted. Um, you guys know I have not been live for a couple weeks. There's a couple of reasons for that. Um, 2 weeks ago, I want to say it was 2 weeks ago, it might have been 3 weeks ago, I had a live stream with Modern Woman Warriors. And Louisa and Amber were my guests, and they run a female only self defense class. They run a few of them, but it starts at beginners and then it moves its way up, and they are out of Georgia. Well, last weekend, I want to say, I think it was last weekend, I actually went to one of those classes. And honestly, you guys, it kicked my butt. It was so mentally and physically exhausting. Um, I have taken self defense taekwondo in the past, and it has been many, many, many years since I have actually got to do hand to hand combat. So I got to do it for a couple hours there. That was part of the class. There was more to it, but I did get to do it for a couple of hours there. And if you guys saw my shorts, you saw I got to beat up who they call Bob, which was a lot of fun. I got a lot of stress out in doing that, and got some practice. And it was a little bit different. There were some bad habits I had from Taekwondo that I had to break those habits to try to do um, the kickboxing side of it, I guess. But I think I picked it up pretty good, pretty quick. It was a lot of fun. It was a small class, it was a lot of personal attention. And they also did the basics of um, using handguns and learning about the handgun and trigger presses and so forth. So we had a classroom, bit of a classroom bit learning. And so a lot of it I already knew, but it was nice to be able to be in this class to be able to share with everyone. So then we went from that to the hand to hand without a weapon. And then we went from that out on the range. And that was a blast. I have never shot so many different guns in at one time in one time frame at once. I bet there was probably 6, 7, 8 different ones that I got to shoot, which was really, really nice because you don't really get the chance to see what you're familiar or what you're comfortable with, I should say. Um, what fits your hand, what the recoil is like with these different weapons. So it was really great to be able to shoot these different weapons and then have them critique you on what you can do better. Yes, Wolfang. Pew pew. Um, so it was really nice to have. It was basically Amber. eh, Well, technically there was three of them. There was Luis's husband, Luisa, and Amber, and then there was four of us women. So we had a lot of personal instruction because it was such a small group, and they got to help us with our sites. They got to help us with our triggers. They got to help us with how we're handling it, handling the firearm, and of course they go over safety, which I think everyone should definitely have some sort of safety course with firearms. Don't just go buy a firearm and think that you were going to be able to shoot it and you could just carry it around in your pocket. Don't do that. I never, ever, ever would tell anyone to do that. Please take safety courses. Um, so if you are in the Georgia area, I'm definitely going to recommend that you check out this class. I went to the beginners class, and then there are um, Joe. Thank you. I appreciate that. I went to the beginners class, and then I think there's a intermediate and then an advanced, I believe. So this particular class I went to was women only, but they also have another class that's co-ed. So if you have a husband you want to take, or if there's a husband watching this and you want to bring your wife and do it together, they do have a co-ed class. I recommend you guys check it out. It's called Modern Woman Warrior Classes, and they're in Augusta, TJ. They're in Augusta, or no, I'm sorry, Savannah. They're in Savannah, Georgia. Yeah, Savannah, Georgia. So I would definitely go check them out. It was really great. They gave me this really cool necklace I have to share with you guys. I think it is so cool. I don't know if you can see it, maybe. This is this was my gift from them, and it is the open tomb, which I thought was just amazing because as you know, I am a believer in Christ. So to be able to have this outwardly showing is really a blessing to be able to be gifted this to be able to show people. Um, let's see, what else have I done? I've done the garden, and I should have opened the questions. Let me open the questions tab real quick because I know when I have an announcement also that I need to the questions tab because I need to keep track of your questions. So if I don't have the answer, I can find out for you. Um, hey, Sergeant Deacon, how are you? Welcome. Nice to see you. I'm back. It's been a little bit of a break. I did have to take a little bit of a break. I titled this stream "Keep Your Peace," and I'm saying that because you guys already know there's a lot going on in the world. Not just in the world, there's a lot going on in families. There's a lot for creators with people. How do I say this? There are trolls out there and people out there that are attacking the creators verbally, and really it's getting to some of us. And something similar kind of happened with me, and I had to take a step back and pull myself back together because it really bothered me. It really hurt me, some of the things that were said. Um, PBF just actually went through a very similar thing, and she had to take a step back too. Luckily, our community has very encouraging, loving people that we are there to help each other. We are there to talk to each other and just pep each other up, which is how it should be. Um, Pick each other up, lift each other up. And I have never, ever once on this channel told anyone to go out and buy guns and kill people. Don't do that. You guys already know how I feel about um, any kind of sin. I'm not okay with it. Murder is one of those sins, and I would never encourage anyone to go out and be violent. I would never encourage anyone to go out and buy guns for the wrong reasons. But at the same token, do I think that guns should be banned? Absolutely not. Guns are a very important part of our society when it comes to feeding your families, when it comes to hunting, when it comes to self-defense. Don't go out there and pull the trigger, be the first to pull the trigger in a situation that you didn't need to. But if you're like right now, you guys, right now, if you guys don't know, there's an active shooter in Allen, Texas. It's a situation going on. One of the shooters is down. They're saying that there was two shooters, and I tell people, yes, I am a Christian, but you should also be able to defend yourself. So if I am in a mall and I hear somebody actively shooting in that mall, I'm going to do what I can. Worst case, I'm going to try to get my family out. Um, but if I have to use lethal force, I'm going to use lethal force to protect my family, protect myself. And that is what I'm telling you when I'm teaching you guys, when I'm sharing these interviews with the guns, and when I'm showing you, me going out and shooting, I'm encouraging you all to practice. I'm encouraging you all to learn, to really get those skills tuned in, not to go hurt anybody purposefully, but to protect yourselves, to protect your family, to be able to go out there and put food on the table if you cannot get food. So if you all have ever gotten any kind of idea that I am showing um, these videos of shooting because I'm encouraging violence, I hope you know that's not what I'm doing. I'm not a violent person, and I don't want to encourage violence at all. And I don't encourage violence at all. I have been shooting. My first gun I shot, I want to say I was 13 years old. So it's not like I just started my channel and decided to, oh, I'm going to go pick up a gun. And I'm sorry that some of the people out there watching this or watching my past videos have thought that and have decided to indirectly um, really attack me. And that's not okay. That's not what you should be doing. You should be encouraging and helping people. Same thing with gardening. I've been gardening all my life. It's not like I started this channel and I'm like, oh, hey, here, let me just show you how to garden. That's not what I did. Did I learn how to can properly over the last 2 years? Yes, I did. And I have really gotten really much better at it. Herbs. I've been using herbs for medicinal for a long time. Do I feel that sharing this can help? Absolutely. Does any of this at all ever say that I am not a Christian, that I am not a believer? Absolutely not. God is always first. And if anyone has ever had any questions or concerns, you are more than welcome to email me. I've had some very good conversations with people, religious conversations off of the channel. And I'm more than happy to discuss with an open mind. If you are out there judging somebody, or if you're watching a video after 5 minutes and then completely basing a opinion on that person off of watching 30 seconds of a 1 hour stream, that's very judgmental. And you shouldn't be doing that. You guys, don't do that. Don't judge somebody after 30 seconds. I know it's human nature, but get to know somebody, talk to them, listen to what they're saying with an open mind and understanding and compassion, not with a hateful, judgmental, um, just because they don't agree with you doesn't mean that you have to attack somebody. It doesn't mean that they are crap. It doesn't. You should be lifting each other up, even if you don't agree with each other. Just Josh, hello. Hello, hon. Um, Cuck Farmer, hello. Teresa, hello. Um, there's everybody is having issues. And when I say keep your peace, what I'm saying with this is not just with the world events. I'm talking about with in your family. I'm talking about at work. I'm talking about with friends. And you can do this obviously with the news, just shut off your TV. But if somebody else is taking your peace, there is something called healthy boundaries. And healthy boundaries does not mean that you have to always bend over backwards to make somebody else happy. It means you do what you can. And once you feel like something is wrong or something is off and you don't think it's going to change, you have the ability to disconnect yourself from that person, from that situation, from whatever it is that is taking your peace away. Hold on to your peace inside. Don't let anyone disrupt your peace. Don't let anyone make you second guess, yourself. Don't do that. Don't let anyone ruin you, who you are. Don't let anyone change your heart um, from who you truly know that you are inside. There is unsubscribe buttons. There is blocking buttons. There is, don't hit the reply button on a text. Don't respond to a text. Don't answer a phone call. If these situations or these people are taking your peace away, disengage. It's as simple as that. And I know it can be hard because you care for people deeply or you care for the family member or whatever. Family members can be toxic too. A lot of people don't realize that, but family members can be toxic too. And it's okay to disconnect. You still love them, you still care them. You're just not allowing them to take your peace away from you anymore. It's okay. It's okay to do that. If you have people around you or an event that you go to where everyone is negative all the time and they're tearing you down and they're judging you, disconnect. Keep your peace. Who cares what other people think? Honestly, the only one honestly that I think I care what they think about me is my Father in heaven. He's the ultimate one that is going to judge me. He is the one that knows my heart. He is the one that has known me from before I was even born. He knows what I'm about. He knows who I am. He knows where my intentions are. So if I'm being judged outside of that, outside of him, I'm not going to let it take my peace anymore. I'm just not. And if somebody can't accept that, then they don't need to be in my life because they're going to continue to take that peace away from me and I'm not going to allow that anymore. Hi, Robert. I think I might have missed a couple people. Irishman, hello. Um, so yes, exactly, Jeep Girl. If you don't like the content, unsubscribe. Same thing with if you don't like certain events, don't go back. If you don't like a certain discussion, walk away from it. Remove yourself. Keep your peace. Keep your calm. Don't let things make you go all haywire. And that's really what I've done over the last 2 weeks is um, I've been doing things to get my peace back. I have been going to activities. I have been um, kicking some butt on a mannequin. I've been getting some stress out, and it felt really good. I've been getting my garden going, and it feels good to be able to do that. I have also, hi Greenleaf. I have also been planning or starting to plan my own meetup, which I am so excited to tell you guys about. Um, I have been wanting to plan this for a while now, and I wanted to find somewhere that was kind of centralized in location to everybody else because I don't want everyone to have to drive all the way down here to South Carolina. I mean, we're way far away from everybody. So we have dates and we have location, and there's more going behind the scenes, but we are going to do a meetup in October, so the weather is cooler, and it's more like a camping weather. And it's going to be in Tennessee. It's going to be in Northeast Tennessee, in Rogersville. It took me. Oh, sorry guys, I have to adjust my foot to sleep. Um, oh, I got the pins and needles. Um, I have been searching for about 3 weeks for a place to um, be kind of central to everybody, or at least closer to all of you guys than if you came all the way to South Carolina. And I had one place originally booked, or not booked. I was talking to somebody originally in North Carolina, and it was a really nice place. And then I went back the next day and it was already booked. And I believe things happen for a reason. I really do. So I actually reached out to someone that um, it's been really amazing the conversation that I've had with this particular person, and he is helping me uh, get this meetup together and have a place, which we have a place. It's going to be in Rogersville, Tennessee, and he's just been walking with me. Him and his wife both has been walking with me and the community to get this meetup together. So we do have it, the date, and we have the place. I'm not going to give all the details on it yet because there is more going on in the background that I cannot share right now because it's in the works. Um, but if you want to email me or if you want to ask any questions that I can look into or possibly answer now, I do have the questions tab open. It is going to be over the weekend. I think it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I believe, October 13th, 14th, and 15th. And I know that there are bathrooms there, and I know there are trees there. I'm actually going to go there in June to go in person and check it out. But from everything I've heard, the community is amazing. The people are amazing. The the land is absolutely beautiful. And I'm really excited to go and check this area out because I think that this is probably where it's going to be our annual meetup. God willing, I think it's going to be great, and I hope that you guys can come check it out and come and meet me in person, and um, we'll have just an amazing time and teach each other skills and um, share stories and maybe fellowship. Those of you that want to fellowship, absolutely. I'm would love to be able to fellowship with people um, and just network, build your community, and meet each other. So if you guys do have questions, please pop your questions in the Q&A. And if I don't know, I'm going to write them down and I'll get back to um, his name is Woody, um, and ask him because he is very knowledgeable and a very, very nice person. Very amazing people. Let me see. I do know that they do have the trees for hammocks there because I know that some of you like to do the hammock camping. I do know that there's bathrooms there. I also know that that particular weekend that I'm doing my meetup, there's also going to be a festival going on in the town. So if you all want to check out the festival, the town that I have um, found that I've selected is actually a very um, there's a lot of homesteaders there. So the festival that they're having is a lot of the homesteaders getting together and so forth. So I'm hoping to be able to meet a lot of those community members and extend an invite, and hopefully they can come and hang out with us as well. I think that'd be great. Um, Prepping my faith. Tennessee is actually where we have decided that we are going to end up too. We have a pulling to that state for some reason. And I think that God has his hand and on us and putting pieces in place for us to get to where we're supposed to be in the time frame we're supposed to be there. And I know that you understand what I'm saying with all that. Oh, Greenleaf, cool. Then I will expect to see you there in October if you're that close. Hi, Stray Kitten. Coffee first. Hello. So you guys already all know about Daryl, right? I know some of you want updates on Daryl. Daryl is getting big. He is also becoming a hormonal teenager. So he's being a little bit of attitudey lately. Um, but he is growing. Oh, okay, Greenleaf. He's getting big. His head is getting wider. I don't know if you guys know about Holland Lops, but they look like regular bunnies with floppy ears when they're babies. But by I want to say by 7 months, their heads get fatter, their faces get fatter and flat. Um, so I can show you guys, but he's probably going to be really mad because, like I said, he is a hormonal teen right now. Um, So look at how big he's gotten, you guys. See how flat his face is now? I don't know if you can see him. He's so mad at me. But he's gotten so much bigger. And he is very territorial. So he likes to wait for me to get up and refill my coffee in the morning. And then he likes to jump in my spot and poop his territorial poopies in my spot. So now he's not allowed on the couch anymore. So we felt bad for having Daryl by himself while we are at work because rabbits are super social creatures. Oh, careful. So we got Daryl a Maggie. And Maggie is not a hormonal teenager. She's 3 weeks younger than Daryl. So she's still a baby. But as you can see, her face is starting to get wide. And they bonded the first week. So they are lover bunnies. But there's no baby bunnies because she's too young. But we got Daryl a playmate so that he had someone to keep him company while we were at work. And I refused to name her Carol. My husband wanted to name her Carol because, as you guys know, Daryl is named after Daryl from The Walking Dead. But I do not like Carol's character, but I'm okay with Maggie's. So we have a Daryl and a Maggie. Baby, don't hop. Please don't hop out. There you go. Oh, okay, you guys. Yes, lots of poop. I have never eaten rabbit, and these ones are not going to end up on the dinner plate. But I've not eaten rabbit. I heard it tastes like chicken. But I think they say everything tastes like chicken, to be honest. Let me see what else. What else have we done? Yes, Bugs Bunny. I used to watch Bugs Bunny a lot when I was younger. Marvin the Martian was actually one of my favorites. Good fertilizer. I did hear that. Someone else told me that. They're droppings. I have not obviously used them yet because the bunnies are still kind of new. But since I planted my garden, I'm definitely going to try that out. Um, I am trying. I just actually bought some replaceable or some washable potty pads because the potty pads were getting very expensive to replace. So I did get some washable puppy pads, potty pads, which seem to be working really well. And the dogs and both bunnies get along just fine. Um, yeah, I heard Snake does too. I've not had Snake either. Johnny, yes. I have heard that. Luckily, we don't have to worry about her till the end of next month to even be able to have bunnies yet, to be able to have babies yet, because she's still too young. Um, but they are both pedigree bunnies, so we haven't decided if we really want to breed them or not. I guess it kind of depends how territorial Daryl gets, because if he continues to keep territory pooping, he is going to have his territories cut off, because I'm tired of cleaning up chocolate pellets every time I get up to fill up my coffee. Um, but I haven't decided. We may just have one litter so that family can have a baby, and then um, get rid of those territories. But I'm not sure yet. Okay. I will probably add them straight to the garden, Dave, because I don't have a compost pile. We live in the suburbs, so there's a lot of stuff we're lacking, which makes it really hard for me to be able to show you guys things and how to's. Uh, I can show you how to do the garden. I can show you how to do the canning stuff and the herbs, but as far as any type camping type things, I can't really show you here. I have to show you when we're out camping or like at this meetup, for those of you that want to learn or practice even. But I can't just go cut down the trees in my neighborhood and build fires. I mean, I could, but they probably wouldn't like that very much. Um, how old is your dog, Robert? Yeah, that he did. He did say that we were gonna, if we had babies often, it would be a MMS Bunny Ranch. Um, Dave, that's true. That they are they don't have any fat. They are muscle. They are very, they almost look like pit bulls' bodies with all the cuts in their muscles. Uh, it's pretty crazy. Luckily ours have long fur, so I don't have to look at all the muscles that they have that I don't, uh, and get jealous, but they're very strong and they can hop higher than you would think that they could either. Also, I mean, going to be 6 months. Oh, so you have a little bit of time. Are you hopefully kennel training? Kennel training is the quickest way to potty train puppies. Um, she might need a playmate, Robert. Maybe get her something to keep her occupied and busy. Busy minds stay out of trouble. Oh, I should see if there's any questions, huh? I opened up the questions tab and I didn't even check. Nope, there's not. Oh, yes, there is. My telegraphing. I'm not playing with them. Yeah, kennel training. Kennel training is is that what you're talking about you'll look into? Kennel Hi, Uncle Charlie. So if you're trying to potty train a dog, I hope that's what you're asking about. For kennel training, you get them a kennel that is big enough for them to lay down in, but not so big that if they pee in one spot, they can get away from it. So dogs don't like um, don't like laying in their own pee or feces. So they will do everything that they can to hold it until you let them out. When you let them out, you take them directly outside, and let them get rid of everything and then praise them like crazy. But every time you leave, put them in this kennel that is enough room for them to lay down comfortably, but not so much room to get away from their urine or their feces, if they do have an accident, which they do sometimes have an accident, but it will teach them real quick to not um, potty until you let them out. And then you have to, of course, let them out often. And every time they pee outside, praise, praise, praise. That's the best way to potty train dogs. Hi, Mary. Oh, are you gonna have puppies, Uncle Charlie? Little boxer puppies? Puppies are so cute. I remember one of my dogs had puppies years ago in my son's bedroom, and he came running out of the bedroom and he told me that our dog Pepper was eating a mouse. And I was like, "What are you talking about? We don't have any mice in the house." And so I ran in there because it clicked what he was seeing because he was little. I think he was only maybe 6 years old, 7 years old. He'd never ever seen brand new puppies before. So I went in there and she was, of course, cleaning up her puppy after giving birth. She was cleaning up, the sack and everything. But my son thought that my dog Pepper was eating a mouse in his bedroom and she was giving birth. So we got to sit there and watch the entire process of the puppies being born. And we actually didn't lose any of them either. That was her first litter. She had 9 puppies, and we did not lose any of them. But it was a very long, uh, delivering birth. But, oh man, we're only at 36 minutes. What has everyone else been doing? I miss chatting with you guys. It's been a couple weeks, and I did get to go to a theater show. My niece was in a theater show. She was so adorable. So that was really, really cool. It was a musical down in South Carolina, and a little bit of the history here, and um, went to a birthday lunch with someone and got to go sit around a bonfire with some friends to unwind. So that was really great. Last litter was 3, 1 white, 1 brindle, 1 black. Oh, all 3 different. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It's easier to tell them apart that way so you know which one is chewing on what if you catch them. You're welcome, Robert. You'll have to let me know how that turns out for you. It can take a little while, though, but definitely kennel training is the quickest way. Now, that would be cool, Cuck Farmer. Um, I would love, and I know it's gross, I know it is, but I would love to help a cow or horse give birth. I think that would be one of the coolest things ever to be a part of that. And I know it gets dirty and messy, and I know there's some gross stuff there, but I think that would be one of the coolest things to do. I would definitely love to experience that, to be a part of that. Did you get a new bike, Greenleaf? With some upgraded batteries, maybe? Ones that won't, overheat? Yes. I had my mama kitty always wanted me there when she gave birth as well. She had 3 litters, and, she wanted me with her every time she gave birth. And I had her for 20 years, my mama kitty. She passed away the same year that my mother did. My mama kitty, 20 years old. Drinking and planting, don't remember what got put where. Oh, yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. Just take bets on what's what. Reorganizing and updating my inventory. That can be a task depending on how much you have. Are you rotating, I'm guessing? Rotating, reorganizing, pulling stuff that needs to be used like right now. That can be a very tedious task. I don't envy you. It's rough. It's not gross. Oh, I'm a little bit behind. That's okay. I'm not too far. Yeah, farmer, I would love to do that. Help him give birth. New front wheel. Okay. Okay. Oh, you got the LifePo 4. Nice. Very nice. That should definitely help you not have to sit on the side of the road as long to charge, and should last you a little bit longer on your trips. So that's awesome. I'm glad you upgraded. Well, if I believe you did probably black out. I could see that. Birth is an amazing thing. Yeah, I've been busy trying to go through every room, cabinet, dresser, closet, and pack up things to donate. We've been making home repairs, yard work, and getting ready to plant at the same time. That is a lot on your plate, PBF. That is a lot to do. Have you noticed, PBF, or anyone for this matter? Last year, there was a sense of urgency to get things done. Doesn't it feel like that's ramping up even more now? Or is it just me? Like, you wanna make sure that you're doing the finishing touches on things. And I know that this whole thing, the thing in Russia, um, with the Kremlin, I did know that that happened. I know I don't follow on the news a whole heck of a lot, but I did watch that. I actually woke up to that. And what gets me with that is people fighting with each other of if it's a false flag or not. My thought is, does it matter if it is or not? And I say this because whether it is or not, it's still going to cause problems. It is still going to cause other things to happen. So whether you're watching a true account of something or a false flag of something, you still should be preparing. You should still be tying up loose ends. You should be filling gaps, um, getting books, getting those skills tuned, practice. If you haven't done something in a long time, get out there and practice. Don't waste your time and energy fighting whether it was real or not. Know that most of the masses that aren't paying attention to everything going on believes it's real. So either way, there's going to be some sort of chaos. Don't fight with them. Get ready. Yes, I absolutely understand what you are saying with that. And it is a sick feeling for me because we can't move yet. We can't move yet. We just cannot. And I have that same feeling that we have to do it very soon. So I understand what you're saying. Yeah, Uncle Charlie, I would say if she can take some of that money out, well, no, if she takes it out now, it'll be at a loss, I'm guessing. You have to decide, kind of, do you want to take out, or how do I say this? Take out what you can now because you know you're going to lose more, or do you want to take the chance that it's going to go back up and at least break even? Adding extra. Oh, oh, wait. Hey, Northern Prepper One. Hello, Mary Misfit. Yeah, the urgency, guys. The urgency is everybody in place where they want to be? I'm not where I want to be living wise. I mean, prepping wise, yes, I'm okay, but I'm not where I want to be location wise. Um, and obviously, PBF is not where she wants to be. If you guys are not where you want to be, definitely start looking. Start looking for places. If you haven't already, start looking for places now of where is the best place that you could be with water, with a community, with land, what you're looking for. Look for it now because that window is closing quickly. Find a community and feel people out. Find a community. Try to find one that has the same belief system that you do, has skills that you can learn, and something that, if the grid goes down, that you feel safe with your community. I think I'm behind again. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter if it isn't as and honestly, that's how I actually feel about the flat earth fighting too. Whether it's flat or not, I don't think God cares what we think about the earth if it's flat or not. I think he cares more about if we believe in him, not what we believe the earth is shaped like. But that's a whole other I've seen a lot of nonsense arguing that shouldn't be. Just petty stuff to argue over. Why does everybody have to be right all the time? Yes. Yeah, the lockdowns. Make sure you have enough toilet paper so you don't get stabbed for a roll. Um, Medications, guys, medications. Make sure you have enough medications on hands or alternate way of controlling whatever ailment is. Um, I think the medications are going to become few and far between to be able to get a hold of. Um, I think that anything that can slow us down, so anything that find natural ways to fertilize your gardens, like rabbit poop. Um, find natural ways to purify your water because you may not be able to get a hold of the Berkey filters or the whatever the life filters. You might not be able to get a hold of those. Find natural resources to be able to do these things because the supply chain, if that goes down, anything that's going to help us survive and help us thrive is what's going to be the first to go. Um, yeah, Robert, I understand that. Even if you just throw a couple seeds out in your yard in a corner, you know, let them just grow wild if you have to have something growing. Yeah, the Fed coin, which is going to usher in the CBDC. And I see a lot of people saying that they're not going to comply with that, with the Fed coin. You're not really going to have a choice. And unless you're self-sustainable and you have all of your food and your water and everything you get off your land, if you're in the city, if you're in the suburbs, you're not going to have a choice because it's going to come down to you are not going to be able to get to your money without being a part of the CBDC. And it sucks, but you have to choose your battles wisely. Choose the battles that are not going to put you on a list. Is that really a battle that is worth putting you right in the center target? Be very careful on what you choose to not comply with. Um, what's it going to hurt you? Just, you know what, figure out what is best for you. Choose your battles wisely. Just don't follow everyone else with saying, they are not going to comply with anything. There are things that I did not comply with, but I had a choice not to comply. There are some things that you are just not going to have a choice unless you were completely already on your land with your food, with your water, everything. Putting on as much long term food as you can. Yeah, that too. Putting away food. You should be dehydrating, guys. You should be canning. If you don't know how to can, learn that skill. It is so simple. Canners have come such a long way. Dehydrating Mylar bags. It is such a cheap way to store food for a long time. You can go to a farmer's market. You can go to the grocery store. You can grow in your own garden. Dehydrate. Put them in your Mylar bags. Put them in your freezers. Find out how to store these things long term. Yes, that is true. There's always room to do more. 3.5 years. Yeah, I understand that. Coffee. Silver is another thing. Mhm. And last I checked, it's been a while, silver was like Is it like 26, $27 an ounce? I wanna say that's roughly what it was the last time. Yeah, grow in 5-gallon buckets. Well, look at my garden, you guys. My garden is in kiddie pools. And some of these kiddie pools were actually throwaway kiddie pools with nothing wrong with them in my neighborhood. And I took them from by their garbage and turned them into an above ground raised garden. There's things, ways you can grow things. Oh, you're so lucky, Uncle Charlie. I want a farm so bad. I want goats and chickens and cows. Stray kitten. I feel you. I usually am doing that, trying to play catch up. Yes. Prepping by faith. Absolutely. Absolutely. And if he isn't moving his pieces now, I mean, he always is, but he really is. I cannot tell you how many things in mine and my husband's lives that everything was like at a hold and there was just blocks and um, just roadblocks, basically not letting us move forward. And just really recently, it's like numerous pieces are being moved around to help us get to our goals. And I've always said, I want to go do these things now, but it's not my timing. And I think it's coming close on his timing because he is moving pieces to either move them out of our way or help us on our way, which is amazing. He's amazing. Yeah, I wanna be in the woods. Teresa, what area are you looking for? I may be able to send you, a website that you can look at that has some really good, land areas for around the United States. Um, I got 8 minutes left. I probably bored you guys, but I just wanted to check in and tell you guys what I was doing. I'm behind again, let me get caught up. I'm gonna have to scroll by. Alright, bye, Northern Prepper 1. Thank you, God bless you as well. June 11th. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Uncle Charlie, thank you. June 11th is when the antibiotics for fish are going to be prescription only. If you have seen on my community tab, and actually I think that ends tomorrow. If you have sick fish, I have put a link on my community tab for where you can buy antibiotics for your fish. And it takes you to the main page. I am not affiliated with them. It is just someone who I use myself. And so I get emails of sales and so forth. I did put a code in there that was in my email to where you guys could get, I think it's 10% off. That sale ends tomorrow. And if you scroll down, if you click on that link that I put on there, it takes you to the main page. And if you scroll all the way down, it will take you to, it's like I think 3-pack, I believe it is, a 3-pack. If you click on that 3-pack and scroll down, you will see their other packs. I could not put the link for all the multiple packs, but they have like a 3-pack, 6-pack, 9-pack, 12-pack of different fish antibiotics um, with the 10% off coupon. So I do have that on my community page. I'm not affiliated. I don't get any kickbacks. I'm just sharing the information with you guys, sharing the coupon code with you guys so that hopefully, if you need antibiotics for your fish, you can get them now before they are going to be prescription only. So thank you, Uncle Charlie, for that update. I really appreciate that. Um, yes, Uncle Charlie. And tobacco is another good one. Tobacco, alcohol. Please don't barter ammo, guys. I hear people saying they're going to do that. Please don't do that. Um, hmm, Coffee. Coffee is another one. Um, that'd be good to barter with if you want to part with your coffee. I can't say I would be one that would barter with my coffee. But food, if you have a garden and you're growing food, um, trade, trade food for food, or you know, whatever. Um, I think I'm pretty much caught up. Apple pie. I think I'm caught up. Yes, keep your ammo, please. Yeah, coffee first. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you. Marco, I just saw your question, and no, I'm not yet. I'm not yet. Not until I have things in place, more detailed in place. Yep, salt's another good one. Not just for flavoring, but also for preserving. I guess none of us, if any of us need coffee, none of us are going to get it from each other because nobody wants to get rid of their coffee. I don't blame any of y'all. I need my coffee. I am not. Don't talk to me before coffee. If y'all come to this meetup, okay, I'm going to warn you guys. For those of you coming to my meetup, I have the biggest RBF before my coffee. Okay? So, it does not mean that I am angry. It just means I am not a morning person, and I will be just fine after I have at least 1 cup of coffee. So please do not take offense if you're there at the meetup with my RBF face before my coffee. Um, it's just that I need a jump start to have a morning going. And for those of you that don't know what an RBF is, you're going to have to Google it. Oh, man. It's so nice to see all you guys. It's been a little while, and it's nice to see you all you guys in here. I really appreciate y'all coming in here and letting me catch you up and um, tell you about what I have going on behind the scenes and what I have done behind the scenes, and talk about keeping your peace. Don't let anyone take your peace. Don't let anyone try to change you either. Be you. As long as you're a nice person, don't be a mean person. Don't use people either. Don't use people. That's not okay either. And if somebody is using you, that's where one of those toxic relationships you need to cut off. If they're only getting a hold of you to get information or to borrow from you or to take from you or to have you do stuff for them, that is a toxic relationship. Cut it off for your benefit, for your peace of mind, for your sanity, and for your self respect. Just saying. All right, you guys. I think I'm going to cut this off. Um, I can leave it running for a couple minutes here, you guys, so you can say your last comments to each other and your goodbyes. But other than that, I don't really have anything else. Mark your calendars. Meet up on October 13th through the 15th in Rogersville, Tennessee. Camp out, cooking on an open fire. At least that's what I'm going to do. If y'all want to bring your girls, you can. Tents, um, hammocks. If you want to bring your trailers that are converted, by all means, bring your own food, bring your own water. I do not believe there's showers there, but I can definitely check to be sure. So you may have to do field shower or just be stinky or do wet cloth, wet wipe showers. There are bathrooms there. Where I am planning on going, there's not going to be, in the area that I'm planning on going, is not going to be electro hookups. So bring your solar generators or battery backups or whatever you have. Um, bring your food, bring your medical stuff. I am trying to figure out. If you guys don't know, I actually have a website too. It's mymotherspark.com. And on there is events. And that's where I have just a quick blip of the date and the location, city and state that it's in. There's a registration thing on there, but it's supposed to be taking you to a different form. But if you want to register now, you can. The other form is just so I have emergency contact information. So if you want to register on the website now, just write it in the comments. I just need to know how many are coming and emergency contact, just in case anything were to happen. I would know who to get a hold of. Um, and can't think of anything else right now. I'm still working out a couple of details. Yeah, test your gear. Definitely bring your stuff and test it. Learn stuff. Don't forget stuff. Um, figure out if you're able to go off grid in general. Learn from your mistakes. Learn what you're missing so that you can adapt and fix it, so that you are prepared when it comes down to an actual event. All right, you guys. I will talk to y'all later then. You guys have an amazing night and take care of each other. Love each other. Keep your peace. Keep your eyes on God. And much love. Talk to y'all later. Good night.